Hey guys, it's Jennifer here, your real estate BFF, and want to give you some tips and tricks that will hopefully get you through this week in your business. And this week I want to talk about something that is usually the root of all problems and also is the solution to all problems, and that is communication. Good communication as an agent is key. I can tell you just personality-wise, I am not a very communicative person. I don't really like to talk. I should probably go to therapy for that, but that means I'd have to talk for an hour, and that sounds miserable. But I learned very quickly in this job that just because I don't require a lot of communication, I don't require high touch, my clients do. And they will get angry and upset with you over little things if you are just not communicating with them ahead of time. This is a big, stressful process for them. They're not used to it, and you need to be there holding their hand the whole time. It's kind of like if you took a toddler to a water park. You wouldn't be like, okay, I'll check in with you later and just let them go. You would be constantly checking on them and checking in with them and holding their hand, making sure everything was going okay. That's kind of how you got to treat your clients, like toddlers in a water park during this process. So first of all, just communicating what is going to happen next can save you so much trouble. If they are surprised by something or caught off guard, they get angry, they get upset. There might be a small a resale certificate fee that's $300 that they get all in fits about, that if you had just told them ahead of time was coming, they'd have been fine. If they know what to expect, they're calm, they're reasonable, they're much easier to work with. So always be communicating what happens next. Do it at the very beginning of your transaction, but then keep doing it again as you go. Remember, here's what happens now that we're under contract. Now we're going to have our option period. Now that we have our option period started, now we're going to have inspections. Now the appraisal is going to come. I mean, explain and over-explain. It's better to over-communicate than under-communicate in this job. With sellers who, especially if their house is not getting a lot of activity, just staying in constant communication with them can keep them from getting really upset and angry with you. I have it on my schedule every Monday. I check in with every single one of my sellers. Whether we had showings, whether I have anything to update them on, I check in with them just to let them know what we're doing. You know, I have my assistant send them an email every week. Like, we ran these ads, these many people viewed your home online, we had this many showings. Feedback's so hard to get from other agents who show your listings. I still let them know that I'm trying to get feedback. Even if I haven't gotten any, I say, hey, I saw you had a showing yesterday. I just want to let you know I've reached out to that agent. I haven't heard anything back. By me just communicating to my seller, they know that I'm working for them and they're not sitting there getting angry while their house isn't selling. Buyers, there's a particular period of time that I think this is really an issue with buyers, and that is what I call the valley of death. That's between the end of the option period and closing. Before that, you're showing them houses, you're chatting with them every day, then you're getting them under contract, then you're helping them with inspections and repairs. You're talking to these people every day. And then once the option period's over, there just isn't a lot going on. And so the mistake that agents make is, since they don't have anything to report, then they just don't check in. You have to remember, your buyer is still in the middle of this big process. Even if you have nothing new to update them on, you need to just give them a phone call or a text. Say, hey, just checking in. Everything's going good with the loan. We're still on track for closing. Even if there's nothing new to report, you need to make sure that you are checking in with them. And then here's another one that is huge. Face-to-face communication is a game changer, especially if you have to give your clients bad news, which this happens. Appraisals come in low, deals bust out, there's issues with loans. There's always something. And if you can get face-to-face with your client to have that tough conversation, it will be so much better for you. A famous real estate agent married to one of the Real Housewives, Mauricio Mansky. He was here a couple years ago speaking, and he sold the Playboy Mansion. He sells all these celebrities' houses. And he told us a story about a deal where he had a buyer who was buying Kelsey Grammer's house, actually, and his buyer decided to back out. And Kelsey Grammer's on the phone, chewing him out, cussing him out up and down. And he said, can I come see you? He went and got in front of him, face to face, had a conversation, explained what was going on. By the end, Kelsey Grammer hired him to sell 2 other properties. He took a difficult, bad situation and faced it head on, face to face, and was able to get more business out of that. If you have to give your clients bad news, face-to-face or at least on the phone. Do not send an email or a text is the way to do it. Just being a good communicator with your clients is literally the difference between them getting to the end of the transaction and being like, oh my gosh, she was amazing, I'm going to refer her to all my friends, and her being like, I feel like she didn't do her job, she ignored me. Even though you may have been doing everything you should have done, you just weren't communicating with your clients. So good communication makes all the difference in the world. So check in with all your clients today, reach out to them, put it in your calendar every week to follow up with them. You should be talking to them more than once a week probably, but send them some love, send them a text, send them an email, give them a phone call just to check in, just so they know that you are there for them. And at the end of the day, you will have happy clients because of it. That's all I've got this week. I will see you guys next week and hope you have a great one. Thanks.